Well,
Well, there's lots of stuff that's gone unstealthy. Just wait. I mean,
like,
All right.
it's a combination of us doing like 2 or 3 sessions without you, and then a like 2 to 3 session absence. It's kind of double trouble.
Oh yeah. Baza, we're gonna say Baza was busy. Someone started targeting his family after he gained speeder bike fame, and so he had to go relocate them and make sure they were safe.
Very nice.
maybe do a little what's that show?
That
Taken?
70 show.
Getting rid of the Taken.
Taken subplot.
Yeah,
Wait, taking the
Mhm.
show?
the movies. Saving his family.
Man, are you that old?
Yes.
Where you call movies shows? Have you seen that show, The Golden Girls?
No.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
that,
a great
that old.
example for
Okay,
that.
I am that old.
Gilmore Girls.
What? I watch Golden Girls. What the hell are you talking about?
Gilmore Girls is awesome.
We're both children of the 80s, apparently.
Yeah, I won't hold it against you if you don't hold it against me.
I'm just saying.
I will hold anything against anyone.
I only hear people the generations above me say, "Hey, did you watch that
Okay,
show?"
so
and then name a movie.
Who's
Yes.
the new character?
Okay, yeah, you
wait.
haven't met the new character.
Oh yeah, that's a long time ago.
Goraz is gone.
Whereas it is gone.
All right.
Goraz went off into the
So
sunset.
everything's set up, right, Theta? We good?
Goraz wants to live on a farm.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So what was the last thing you said you remember, Stealthy Boy? What do you remember?
Oh gosh, I don't even. It's been so long. I just remember wanting to sell spice. That's the only thing I can remember. We were still.
Well, good news, we've managed to do that. But
That's wonderful.
I believe the last time I remember
Hello,
you
what is
being
going
around,
on?
we were heading to Mandalore, and what we decided to do was actually start a miniature war.
Oh.
We blew up the defense installation so that we could sell some good drugs on planet. And then got out of
Mantel.
I'm about
Not
to say, I
Mandalore.
don't remember
Lord
going to
Mantel.
Mandalore.
Lord Mantel.
I was about to say, what are we doing?
slightly different.
Someone's been watching too much Mandalorian.
Oh, I remember the last session I was here. We had that. Goraz did like a slingshot into the orbit of the
Yeah,
planet.
that was.
Oh
where
yeah.
we
It was
started.
a move so cool that somebody who's not been here a month, comes back and remembers it.
Meanwhile, on Ord Mantell, we picked up Zool, who is now our new diplomat, who has no ability to diplomatize with people. However, they have pheromones and are highly attractive. So make of that of what you will.
All the
Oh,
ability. I've
you-
negotiated
so
all of your
hit-
shit.
Ah, yes, the negotiator.
Pretty much.
I'm the
So instead
I'm
of
not
actually
sure- I'm
I'm here
negotiating,
to
he just
replace you,
seduces
so you can play
everyone.
Call of Duty Black Ops forward.
I'm not sure about some of the intermediary stuff, but one of the things that happened is that we disrupted some of the Black Pike piking / Black Sun operations on the planet. In the meanwhile, made a
Mhm.
friend, and we to help that friend, we said that we would go talk with a Hutt. We did. We spent a session trying to build up to just talking to the crime boss, and managed to sell off the rest of our stock of spice in the process, or glitter stem, I guess. We
Yes.
now all have an amazing amount of money.
Yes. We are all fabulously wealthy.
Wow.
Do I get some
You
more
have-
money?
Yes,
Yes.
you do. You receive 156,800 credits. I'm going to
156,800.
Yeah, I'm going to
Okay.
copy that again.
Find wherever. mine
And
does
I
my
believe there
credits.
is some group cash I have saved away as well. We turned this into a 5-way split. Some of it is saved so that we can do runs like that again.
Okay.
If there's anything you've ever dreamed, you can get it. But also, by the way, Taryn is going to come to you and tell you that now that we've made so much money, it's time for us to go on a vacation, and we're going to the first place Otho suggests we go on vacation at, which is Droman Kos.
Actually,
That
it's
doesn't.
a fleet.
It sounds like.
We're going to a fleet first to get information on Drummond Cost to get a thing to get another thing.
Exactly.
that we can go on vacation.
No.
A vacation.
Not a vacation.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sounds like
It's comparatively a vacation to the life and death you've been under
there's
previously.
there's like Malibu, German cast, and
I hear Naboo's really nice this time of year.
oh, we're not going there.
No, too much sand or something. I hear. Anyway,
Not a Naboo. That's a forest
great-
planet.
One grain of sand is too much.
Yeah.
right. But on our vacation, we're going to go ahead, do some tours of the place, and maybe pick up some souvenirs on our way out.
Souvenirs.
Both
as
those
in
picking, of
heads.
course.
Well, no. I actually need information on artifacts that we're going to loot out of there to exchange for other stuff.
Right, we're tourists who are
Oh.
going to go ahead and take in the local sites
British
and then
Museum.
Yes.
pick up some souvenirs. Exactly. Why'd you ever feed
Souvenirs.
me, Otho?
I don't know.
So I'll go ahead and toss it to Otho to, if you want to expand on precisely what we're going to be doing.
There's some very important things when it comes to Otho that needs to be
Yeah.
stealthy.
Oh yes, yes. Don't forget about the
So
the thing.
I'm coming off the shuttle. I'm like, hey, some
Did we
back
lose
ready to
stealthy?
do some dirty work.
Crunchy boy. Very
Hello?
crunchy. Your arms
I
are
do
still
like
up.
that the problem started the moment he said, "Coming off the shuttle, I." Separate,
I'm a
separate a time
recon.
paradox. I became Max Headroom.
Homo.
Yeah, get some reconnection in.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, there we go.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
I
Nice.
forgot to mention the apartment that me and my family are staying in until they buy a house in this area because my parents just moved. The internet is bad,
Ah.
so that might happen.
Mm.
So
Oh,
I
well.
was just saying, I was getting off the shuttle saying, hey guys, I'm back, ready to get some work done.
Very nice. Very
I
cool.
thought you were described as
Uh-huh.
being on the shuttle
Oh.
already.
He was on the shuttle and he sashayed out.
Yeah, he's been like.
Yeah, the
asleep
shuttle
the whole
arrived
time.
and I was walking off.
I just mean that you've been like asleep in the background all this time.
No, he's been out. He's been out.
No. I went and relocated my family.
It's just that every time you
I got-
check on him,
Wait, are we talking
You
in
just
character or
got-
out of character?
as
In
soon as you
character.
left, you scrambled out.
We're gonna say both.
Okay.
I just mean that when I showed up and I asked about you, I was pointed to your unconscious body multiple times.
It was a decoy. he just stuffed a bunch of pillows under a blanket in his room.
Yes.
I'd probably fall for that.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Yeah. I mean, I guess for everybody, Otho's been gone for like about a week and a half at this point, and is only now just coming back.
Oh.
For Baza, her eyes, which were previously a bluish color, are now yellow. So there's that. And she is carrying herself a lot more confidently than when you originally left, but in a kind of bit too intense way.
She's made the renegade switch, Mass Effect style.
Baza,
you look.
welcome back.
Renegade for life.
Great to be here. You look. Did you get a new haircut?
Did you get the picture?
Also, the facial scarring. What am I talking about?
Oh yeah, shot through
Oh.
the face. You got Jonnah Hexed.
But
Yeah,
I've been un-Jonnah Hexed following this absence. Hold on.
talking about butts. See that picture?
The crop. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I'm gonna have to crop that.
Well, we're looking
I
for
don't
that.
think the world's
Was there
ready for that.
Was there a time jump or something we're dealing with now?
Only about like a week and a half. Well,
So did I.
Well, I assume so, because that's once you would get back, right? Is everyone okay with that?
Because we're talking about the time in that you took that 10-day pause
Mhm.
as you did other stuff. It became a 13, 14-day pause.
Ah,
So I remember the last
Remember,
thing
'cause
I
y'all-
did was I went to buy a ship.
Yeah, during
My
that
own
time, right?
Yeah,
that
during that-
time, all of this was going on. Is
yeah.
when this time takes place, and she comes back with slightly different appearance.
Mhm.
And believe
So, it was a horrible, unsightly gash on the side of her face where part of it was blown up, but now it has been, looks like it has been reworked to rebuild structure on her face, but has left a very distinctive looking, almost brand-like mark that I'm going to put right here.
she took a slug thrower to the face,
That is correct.
which is literally just means a gun. She took a gun
Yes.
to the face.
A large bullet to the face.
Which is why I say Jonnah Hex, because that's literally his wound.
Rubber bullet.
Only temporarily scarred and deformed.
Oh, wait, yeah, you're fine now.
Yeah,
That's never gonna fly in the face of the Senate.
whatever.
If only
Say it.
temporarily left me.
What about it? Has temporarily left me inconvenienced. But, yeah, she has not disclosed exactly what has occurred, but
Okay.
Sorry, Art.
that's none of your
All
business,
of
is
us that have
it?
spent time around you and saw it happen will tell everybody that knows us.
Well, you weren't around. She did spend... Probably the
No.
last time we saw her was she was going to the hotel.
I mean, not for the healing process, no, but we were all there to see you get shot in the face.
Very true. Very, very
You got
true.
shot?
Yeah, she was shot in the face that took off like
Went past
Like,
your 15
like-
less.
oh yeah.
Past your 15 seconds.
Slug throwers can't be deflected, so yeah,
She
yeah,
nearly died.
Gotcha.
yeah. It was going to be a crit of instant death, but because I forgot to take away a previous critical injury, it was just a horrible presence lowering face maim.
And
Which-
in exchange for getting Otho's face maimed, I am now wearing power armor.
True. Which is why
like, nope.
Terran is willing to go to Roman
So-
Goss.
Wookie is wearing power armor.
Yeah, Terran the last several weeks has been incredibly willing to do anything and everything for Otho, just completely out of hand, including splurge large amounts
Oh,
of
no.
money.
We're in the middle ground where we're so fucking rich that there's like, okay, well, what book has this thing in it? Let's go find that.
Well, it's weird because we're rich enough that we can get like all of this stuff, but if it's like, oh, I want to establish this organization, or oh, I want to get this shit, we still can't do it. It's a weird.
Well, we're in the middle.
We're in
like,
the position of becoming legitimate business people now.
Yeah.
We're not
we're
quite
in high
that
poverty on a
rich.
planet that has everything we could ever want. Well, it's literally
Yeah.
we're not so
upper
rich
middle
that we can buy a
class.
starship offhand. We can't
Yeah.
like create a whole organization.
Right, but an extra 100,000 in someone's pockets will change the influence of something.
Right, like
Yeah.
there's still droids that are outside of my price range, but at the same time, we're still in the area where like individual items of most qualities are still within our grasp.
Yeah.
So we're high poverty level.
I know.
High
Well,
poverty.
because we're not the middle. We're not Star Wars middle class. Those people are like living on Coruscant and like looking out over. Well,
I feel like
Middle
we're doing
class is
better than
defined by
living on
having a
Coruscant.
successful business. Technically, we're lower middle class. We're just really low middle class.
No, I wouldn't say
Ah.
that. Again, middle class.
So-
Middle class of people on Coruscant are the people who still can't see the sky.
Should we go back to
but aren't-
Kessel?
We do
you know.
own property. So before we go into a whole class
Yeah.
analysis of Star Wars, which could lead all day, welcome back, Baza.
Yes.
Glad to be back. Thank you for the 150K in my pocket.
Yes.
Least I could do for being willing to shoot
kn-
people for me.
I knew my sacrificing my winnings to get out of that situation with the Pikes would turn out well.
Right. So now we're perfectly even on that front too, which is great. I don't have to
Mm.
worry about you holding that over my head either.
I mean,
How
I'm the one
much
who
was
told
that
him to put
again?
this
Yeah,
price
it
on in
doesn't
the
matter.
first
It's water
place.
under the bridge.
It definitely wasn't 150k.
It definitely wasn't. It was close.
Yes, we got profits.
So
And we have the
Otho,
means to make more.
Mm-hmm.
yes, everyone, group meeting. So I
Hello.
guess today's the day. We've spent a few weeks relaxing, getting things we need. I hear you bought a ship. Is that right, Zool?
I was out looking for my old ship.
That's like buying a ship.
Well, I have, out of character, no idea what happened on that front.
Well,
Nice to meet you, Zool. My name's Baza.
But
you were successful.
yes,
Well,
Cool.
Yeah.
So now
he
I
has
just
a
have
ship
a
back.
vague ship that I'll remember the details for and note down on a sheet before next session. I
Later.
guess.
You have ship and
no
less.
worries about it for now.
well, you
Otho,
You have
you have
nondescript
that
ship.
crate gunship basically. So
Hmm.
so Otho, tell us about the place that we're going to and what we need to do while we're there.
Okay, so basically, this is going to be pretty much the usual. We need to stay in the faction's good graces, those that would like us to intervene on a space station, intervene on a space station, the administrator of which they would like to have removed. So that's us, we're the removal team.
Oh boy.
I'm
But-
good at that.
We should probably be fairly careful about this. Politics can be a bit of an issue.
I assume
maybe
destroying
not
the
just-
station would be a bit of a faux pas.
Yeah, no.
As
Where are
would
we
maybe
going?
gunning him down in the street.
Yes, that'd be a quite terrible idea.
Where are we going?
We need to dispense of him discreetly.
Bacon space dock.
Bacon space dock?
Is it bacon or I can never remember all the consonants.
It's
Valakorian.
Novak now.
No,
But what planet is that over? Is it over a
Vac
planet or is it in deep space?
It's actually in space. It is the space dock is the center of kind of the hub of the Imperial war machine.
Oh, wait, I
So-
forgot SWTOR. That's right.
Yeah.
When you were talking about the Sith Empire has a fleet that is in a top secret location, which you are apparently given this top secret information. I use top secret, as in don't go blabbing it around, but pretty much everybody in that does business with the Imperial fleet knows where it is. So it's not exactly a secret, but you are, you know that this space dock is the hub of this fleet. There are currently, you are aware, about 30 Star Destroyers in this fleet,
Mhm.
plus all the support craft and smaller freighters and stuff that keep this thing floating. Currently, there is a shipyard that this fleet is near to, but yeah, that's they're busy building their
And say
fleet up.
one more time, what was the job that you wanted us to do?
there's an administrator that they want removed from power.
So
Mhm.
the administrator of a space station, which is military controlled, of which it's surrounded by a military fleet,
Mhm.
you want us to go in and I'm going to do the air quotes both in character and out of character.
Well,
Replace.
the thing is, we have a lot of powerful people who want us to do it.
But not
so it's
powerful
not
enough for
like
them to
we're a
do it
rogue agent.
themselves.
Well,
Okay.
not for them to do it themselves directly.
Now, all of you, especially Stealthy Boy and Theta, or not, Yeah, your characters, not you. So Zool and Baza would know. This is something that you basically are hiring mercenaries to do a job that you don't want traced back to you.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
So if you
This is
get
the-
caught,
Redeployable assets.
this is the you
If you
will
get
be
caught-
denied if you get caught. Disavowed. You'll be disavowed if you get caught.
Exactly.
oh yeah,
So-
with prejudice probably.
Well,
Of
yeah.
that, I think we have 2 points. First is that obviously, if we make a terrible mistake, there is no escape. That should be obvious. And
What do you mean
2, I
terrible?
believe
Terrible
I do.
mistake. This is a military station, which is also a docking point for multiple military ships which are surrounding it.
that's
All
right.
of these ships have a massive boarding and marine
Yeah.
crew on board.
Right. There
Just
is no
don't make
escape.
a mistake.
It's not even about making a mistake. It's like, okay,
Do
well,
we have
what's
a-
step 1 in assassinating the president?
And
Do
the
we have any
second part-
talk about
resources
it.
to get in or out?
That's what I
we
was
have
about to bring
access.
up next, which was we definitely have access, and Otho confirmed it here.
Now
So getting on isn't the problem.
I will make sure that you understand that you are not there to kill a president. You're
No,
not
I'm
there
just
to kill.
saying, it's like, okay, let's go replace the commander of a military station. Like, you're saying 1943, let's go replace the commander at Pearl Harbor and see how that goes. It's like, wait, I don't
I mean-
think.
We're just rolling in there and being like,
Well, I think the difference between that would be we're going to be walking into one guy's house and icing him as opposed to bombing an entire harbor full of boats.
No, I'm saying it's still the same thing, though. Pearl Harbor was a massive military base, which you're still going into ice a military commander in the middle of a home base, which is a port to a lot of ships, which
Yes.
also contain a large number of crews themselves.
Let
Yes.
me make sure that
so
you
no
understand.
loud guns.
This is just an administrator, not
Yes.
a commander. He is not a military officer. The
So we're
space
not
dock
getting a ton of
itself
heat.
is civilian.
Mhm.
It is a support vessel for
Right.
all of the people.
Right. So
it
we're
is-
still looking to get away with murder.
Well, and you don't
But
have
we're,
to
but
murder
we're
him.
not going to immediately
Yeah.
attract everyone's
We,
attention.
we,
That's the
we,
most
we just have to get him out of
Wait, we don't have to murder him?
command. Yeah, we just have to get him out of command.
You just have to get him to either
Okay,
plan
plan number
relinquish
one.
his.
Baza, how do you feel about a swimsuit? We get him
Great.
trumped up on indecency charges, which then get him fired. Look,
Oh boy,
instead of
indecency charges in the Sith
Instead
Empire.
of
Oh
playing
boy.
Ocean's 11 on this plan, let's play Saved by the Bell college years. We're going to get him trumped up on
Thinking we just
indecency
poisoned him.
charges, which get him fired and thus replaced.
I mean, if you can make it work.
Yeah, I got the Zach
I
Morris
mean-
timeout.
This is the Sith Empire.
Replace his regular beer with like a hard whiskey or
Look, we
something.
just
It's
got a
gonna have
bottle
to
of
be-
wine.
That'd be pretty.
A little bit of pedophile isn't gonna get him
We just got to
taken
keep moving
out.
forwards until we find the wine.
No, we've learned that.
Brain or something.
I would like to just draw attention to Vaz's comments. Like, it's the Sith Empire. We're going to need a hard whiskey instead.
Are you kidding me? You're gonna need a lot of absinthe.
Yeah.
Did we keep any of that glitter stem to?
Oh no, it's all gone.
Okay,
Actually, do I have like some pocket stem I kept? Nah, I don't have
a
any.
gift.
You
We could
basically
just like.
You basically have a contact within the Hutt Empire, though, Hutt cartel, though, to sell any drug you want now.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, get him accused of selling
Could we get
drugs
something
to
that
the,
would knock him out?
to the
Oh,
Imperial military.
I mean, I have fist. Yes, I can.
I mean, did they? I forget. Did they relay why they want to remove? Is it just because they have somebody else who wants the position?
No, if you remember
Or is it
right,
because they're a problem?
they are a embarrassment to their commanders, and is although he is there is enough evidence to cause suspicion. There is not enough to actually do anything about, and he's a very careful individual who is not about to just leave a paper trail.
Okay,
Careful
so
but embarrassing. That's
So
an
what
interesting
specifically are
combination.
these allegations?
You don't know for sure because your contact was not willing to divulge all of them. They didn't want you to.
By the sound of it, this guy has a reputation. As soon as we get there, someone's gonna say how much they hate this guy.
I mean,
Yeah.
if judging from how this guy operates, we could probably get in there and find some sort of evidence of his misdeeds, either through talking with the people around the station or investigating his files / office, maybe embezzlement, stuff like that. If we actually get some evidence, we can get him out there really quick.
I'm also just
That would probably
double
be a very
question
good way to
is,
deal with it.
Otho, why did you take this job?
Well, you see, we need to
Here,
do
there's
this
some
job.
obligations.
We need to do this job to smooth things over with the people that we kind of messed up with earlier.
I didn't mess up with anybody.
By association with us, you did.
What did I do?
Apparently, you done bad, Baza.
Okay.
Remember those
You
2.5
got-
weeks you were asleep? Man,
Yeah.
you got fucked up.
You as soon as you walked in through that door. No.
I just imagine Otho is just like a bad poker player. Worse
So
than
what
me,
did you do,
that
Otho?
you just keep coming back and like, guys, we got to do this job to smooth over the things. Like
That
what
we
things?
caused, and it's like, we?
Now, if you remember, it's
That
not
point
that
was we.
you pissed anyone off. It was that. Well, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it was stuff. Do you guys remember when we went to Ord Mantell and started a fucking war? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nope.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah. So that's
Oh, yeah, what happened
what-
with the war?
It's happening.
you
I'm
you
quite pleased about
basically are
And we're just leaving?
Yeah.
you are at some level responsible for the destruction of an entire town.
Nope.
Nice.
That sounds
every
about right for us.
man, woman, and child.
Look,
Holy
I
shit,
dare
what
for
a
you to find
sack.
one image of
What a
anywhere
sack.
or whatever you're talking about.
Hiroshima?
No,
Guilt
it
and
wasn't. I mean,
evidence
it
are
wasn't.
two different things, Zool.
There are some survivors, but those people are not going to enjoy themselves. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be fun, just on the conscience forever. Hey, let's go on an adventure instead.
We're gonna
So-
leave.
So what then happened is Otho went to them and said, "Hey, I heard that there's this artifact on Drummond Koth. Is there any way that I could figure out how to get that artifact or where it is?" And the people were like,
Yeah, aren't you
well,
looking
you're
for
gonna have
where
to
they
repair
buried
We
your
the
failed
dead
a lot
body?
of research.
Yeah, there's supposed to be
Yeah.
a dead body
Repair
buried
your-
somewhere that has the thing. You gotta go find the
Yeah.
dead body. And now
Yep.
Otho's come back with, hey, we gotta overthrow a administrator of a space station. It's like, wait, what?
Yes.
That has no. We've gone from point A to point Z.
Yes.
This is point A2.
Care to indulge me with context?
Um,
Otho?
Well, basically, we need to do this to curry favor, to get information on an artifact that I need to A, study, and then B, once I've gleaned all I can from it, trade it for another person who will allow me to get another artifact which I need for personal studies.
Don't you just hate it when you can't turn a paperclip right into a house?
Yeah.
Man, college is so complicated.
Why don't you just give somebody 150,000 credits and just have them tell you where it's at?
Mm.
Because I'm cheap.
Mm.
She does that. She can't buy the cool.
Yeah.
Well, we just take
The weapon
Baza
that she
back
wants.
to Kessel. They do their trick. We come back rich again.
Mm-hmm.
In the next several months, yeah.
I like the
Yeah.
spice trade.
I don't know. Seems to have only been like a month and a half. If that.
Okay.
That was because we were rushed by debt.
So Otho.
Yeah.
So the primary way you want to handle this would be with a little bit of subterfuge and maybe just breaking into his things and getting evidence.
That would be ideal.
I
No
think
murder?
we definitely have the skills to pull that off.
I think rocking the boat's probably going to be the last option.
You do know that you have
I can
a
sneak.
pretty big ace in the hole, which is Othos fits the general this administrator's type.
Oh no.
Oh, he likes people who get shot in the face.
I'm so
Plain
glad
Jane.
it's a female character.
Who doesn't? He's obviously a leg man.
He's just there going like, I dig chicks with scars.
Scar.
Those thick scarred women.
I like girls who get shot in the face, but 9 out of 10 don't survive when I do it.
Give an interesting
Make-
texture.
Make me sectionally rare.
Give some character.
I'm just going for some hardcore pornography, but they always turn into snuff.
Oh, God. Anyway,
Before
We
we get
can
too
wait-
dark in Plan Z here.
we can work that into our plan once we actually arrive and start to get our bearings on the station. All right.
Right.
Okay.
So
We need to find this
anything-
dude's quarters first and foremost.
Is there anything that you are preparing for and taking with you before you go,
Last will and
or are you
testament.
just going to show up and wing it?
Self-destruct?
Let's see if we could. I'd say we should probably get a hold of the kind of security detail this guy has on him that people know about, as well as generally what he oversees day to day. I think that could be really useful to have, as well as a basic floor plan.
You do know
And a
his
social
security
security
details,
number.
but they change.
Mm-hmm.
Every week he shuffles things up. And then you also know that he oversees the supply chain to the cantina for the on Vulcan space dock.
Okay. Just write some of that
So
down.
we go to the bar.
All good things happen at a bar.
Actually, that's not
All great
too
adventures
terrible
start
of
at a
an
bar.
idea. If we just want to meet him face to face, we could just import some stuff and try to sell it to him, and that's a distraction.
Mhm.
At least he wouldn't be in his
It
office.
always comes back to the spice.
Mhm.
You do
I was
have
thinking, like,
contacts with
picking up
that trade.
Or alcohol.
Yeah, I was just thinking of picking up some alcohol. We don't need to do anything out of the ordinary here. But
Spice is pretty
that's also
in
just
Doing
the
another
area
anything
idea.
of
that's not
this.
spice related would be literally out of the ordinary for us.
True.
What would you like to do, Otho?
Well, I think getting more information.
Seduction, beer, or drugs?
Well, I think first we should try and draw as little attention to ourselves as possible. I think figuring out exactly what he is doing, see if he's skimming any funds or product off the top of the cantina trade based on who's receiving it versus how it goes out. You know, paperwork, the interesting stuff. And she kind of like bobs her head a little bit. But if that fails, I suppose I could, seduce him, I guess. But I prefer not to, but it's definitely a better option than,
All right, so I guess we probably want to get there so that we can actually do that investigation.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, does anyone else have any suggestions?
I think those were all our suggestions. I don't know what you came up with, Otho.
I guess I could just, if all else fails, I could just try and sneak into his quarters and rifle through his files.
Just crawl through the vents, I suppose.
We're definitely the team to do that.
Lug a
Nobody
hacking
would-
table.
Nobody would look at a Wookiee twice, especially in power armor.
All else fails, I guess we could take out the entire Sith Empire.
Not when I'm invisible.
Hey,
all
problem
the,
solved.
all the Imperial fleets there.
I have a special stealth suit.
Oh shit, you're right. This
Oh,
boy's
you got one
sneaky.
too. That's right. Yeah.
Very nice. It would be criminal if Stealth Boy didn't do stealth.
All right. So,
Yes.
any
I am a
preparations you
stealthy
guys want to make
assassin.
before we leave then?
I feel
Hmm.
like I'd be remiss if we didn't initiate preparation H.
Huh?
I want to hear about your preparation age.
All right. Well, now that that's settled then,
Mm-hmm.
if we're all ready, let's get flying.
Yeah. So.
So
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah. Okay.
this is not going to be a difficult fly. The only difficult part is, do you turn your Imperial transponder on before you make the check?
Yes.
ooh,
Definitely.
so glad we got that.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that you weren't going in with an. I mean, you do
The
have 3
smuggler
transponders now.
transponder.
Yeah.
True.
Just wanted to make sure you were flying under the right flag.
We're flying the Republic transponders as we go to this naval facility.
Anybody want some death sticks?
Okay, so you come out of hyperspace, and all you see in front of you is these triangle-shaped ships. The I mean, this is space, so it's not like the sky is filled with them, right? But they're spread out so much, though, that although that they're probably hundreds of kilometers apart, they look like they're crammed together. And you see these smaller ships just flying in between, shuttles and space fighters and little freighters that just are dwarfed in comparison. And you realize that your ship, as big as it is just a needle in this haystack.
Yeah.
The shadow looms over the ship as one of them passes by, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open.
Imperial March music plays.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Heavy duty, right? Most of you have never even seen a Star Destroyer. Now you're seeing hundreds of them. And you realize that there is a lot more preparation gone on here than you were led to believe.
One of the most secure space stations in the galaxy right now. You guys feel safe, right?
Yeah, totally.
Never felt more safe.
And you immediately get hailed because they do have sensors, right? So you get hailed, and they're like, "Okay, 11th parsec, you have been we have been expecting you. You've been assigned berthing on," and they give you the berthing number, and it is on Vulcan space dock.
Designated confirmed, coming in for landing, etc., etc.
She's gonna kind of turn to Gora and say, "Sorry, not Gora. That's Taryn. What the?" Turn to Taryn and say, "Oh, that's definitely much easier than the last rigmarole we had to go through."
Well, I guess you're a very important person now, aren't you?
Apparently so, but
Or at
Of
least
course.
with impressive friends,
yeah,
or clients, as they're more appropriately called.
much more likely.
Doesn't our
Well-
transponder have a Darth on it as well?
I think that's a Darth.
Thought I
think you
remembered
made
them
up a
like,
name before.
yeah, and they
Dump
put
them.
that on the transponder, so they were like, "Oh, it's
Darth
Sith."
Umbra.
It's definitely not a Darth, but
That's so
Oh,
edgy.
Lord. Sorry, a
Yes, my lord.
Lord. Here's your birthing, my lord.
okay. Is there anything you are doing on the way to your berth?
Well, we're not hiding anything. I'm basically as good as I'm going to be. I'm just checking to see if they have notes like, don't bring armed weapons onto station or something.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Should I put the disruption rifle in the smuggler container?
Might be a good idea.
Across the
That might be a
galaxy.
good idea.
It's literally a
It
shoot
hasn't
you
been a
on
problem
sight.
yet.
It's a shoot you on sight weapon if you're discovered with it, and you're now in the middle of a military.
I've
Yeah,
never been
smuggler
asked about it
container would be good.
before.
Yeah, I know. We keep
Okay,
hand waving
fine.
for some
I'll
reason.
keep the slug thrower around.
Now, they're not going to search a ship for a disruptor,
Yeah.
right? So you come in.
Okay.
Just don't bring it onto the space. But you do
Dang
get a
it.
list
Okay.
of things, right? And it's stuff like, make sure you bring a weapon, but if you discharge it, you will be placed into Inquisition possession until you can be suitably dealt with. Things like if you are coming with a slave, make sure that they are registered with with you. Make sure that they are properly collared so that if they do escape, you can shock them. Things like no crime shall be committed under the purview of, and it's really worded legalese, right? Like
Yeah.
it's basically saying, don't let us know that you're doing a crime. That's how it's worded.
Mhm.
If you're doing crimes, don't.
It
Don't
ain't
get caught.
illegal if you don't get caught.
Yeah.
That's exactly the point of this legalese. It's like
Mhm.
we're not responsible for your stupidity is one of them too, right? And it will say to an extent, like this is a space dock with many factions able to work freely. If you piss someone off and they kill you, we're not responsible for that.
Mhm.
If you see a crime being committed, turn your eyes away. You do not want to get involved. This is the type of wording that this space dock gives you as you are getting into your berth, right? It's a
Okay.
very different idea set here than you've ever been privy to. And it is comical, almost, right? Just how legalese it is, and none of it is there to stop you from doing something bad. It's just to keep them from being implicated or something stupid like that, right?
Liable.
Right. It's
Yeah.
it's the cover their ass.
Yep.
Oh, we're birthing up ANCAP land, boys.
Yeah, welcome.
Let's go.
Okay. You get out of your ship, and you are in the standard fare, square box room with the refueling and loading droids and stuff like that there, and there's a protocol droid waiting for you, and it says, do you need any instructions on how to get places? Do you need a map? Do you need transportation while you're here? Do you
Oh
need
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I'm just gonna talk it up and get the kind of general layout of the place, and I guess eventually figure out like, so where's the admin offices in all of this
Yes.
so
that we're interested in?
it is one of these let's see. Let's see. I didn't put them there. I put them here. Let me get them really quick. That's not what I was looking for. Imgur. I took a bunch of screenshots of it so that I would be prepared, and then I forgot to actually download them.
Oof.
So I will just put into chat this
Okay.
right here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we
So
don't
this
need much
kind of
of a
gives you,
physical map here.
yeah, this is not something you're going to be getting into combat in,
Mhm.
the scale for this is huge. So it isn't exactly feasible. This is just one layer, but you get the idea that it's round, and there's a bunch of suites on the exterior that is used for commerce. As you get closer to the middle, in the hub, there is a cantina. There's actually 2 different cantinas, bars, but it's basically one cantina. And then in the middle, there's a if you go in the middle, there's a column, and with lifts on around that. And if you go up there, if you're allowed to go up there, is where the VIP suites are, and administration is up there as well.
Okay. So
So,
little bit off limits.
and it is 1 million credits to buy a VIP band.
So, yeah,
You
no.
have 1 million even after all
No.
that. So
So, I think the first place we should start is going to be with the cantina records.
Yeah. Let's just start talking people up. That seems like a great place to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you come down an elevator, a lift, and you are basically in one of these side areas. You come out in the middle, and where one of these elevator icons are. I don't know if you recognize what those look like.
Yeah.
They're the little up and down arrows, triangles with the brackets around them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you come out at one of those, and you can go to the south or the north entrance to the cantina. Those are where the two bars are.
Right.
Mm.
You have
Okay.
a preference.
Are they similar types of cantinas? Are they
You
both?
can also walk around. There's nothing in the center here. It's one big cantina that you can walk around. It's just the middle portion that's where the lifts are.
Okay.
Okay.
And what's his name again?
I don't recall giving you a name. I probably did, but
The
We mentioned it
administrator.
earlier, I swear, but yeah.
yeah. Let me throw a name in here really quick. And
so does this person supply both cantinas? And that's his primary?
It's one cantina, two different bars.
Okay.
Cantina, right?
Okay. And yeah. And that's his main job, right? Is to supply and service the cantina, or does he do
it's his
other
only job?
Okay.
Yeah. His full-time job is to take care of this space stocks supply chain.
Well, and he has done it so poorly that
Well, you
That they want him
don't
right
think
there.
it's because he's done it poorly.
yeah, he's just probably
And his name
embezzling.
is Owen, O-W-Y-N, Ismaren, Ismaren.
I got close enough. All right.
So
So-
he's it's not that he's bad at his job. It's just he has certain vices that are apparently close to becoming embarrassing for the people who put him into power.
Embarrassing, you say? Vices, you say?
So
Oh, dear.
I guess let's go ahead and start by just chatting people up, like we kind of planned. We can dig into like what those are, why people don't like him, and things like that, and maybe sort of figure out like where he goes, who he talks to, if he ever leaves like the administration. I don't know if they also have like rooms up there or something, and they just never come down. In which case, like, cool.
Yeah.
So that'd be our first step.
Okay. You do have schematics, and you do know that the administration offices are assigned suites for their use while they're there, and that there are private berths for their ships as well.
Okay, so they never have to come through this area.
They never have to come down. And as you're walking to the nearest stairs that go down to the cantina, you start to get an impression of just how lawless this particular dock is. You see just in the short time, you see people trading drugs openly. And you see security droids walk past and they don't even stop, right? You see on the side of the, so if you look at the middle, right before the cantina, there's that walkway.
Yeah.
Where you came down. There's a rail, and you can look down into the cantina. And against that rail are basically hookers, prostitutes of every species, most of them very scantily clad. And every so often, John will walk up to them and start talking to them, and eventually they'll just walk off to one of the lifts. This is one of these places where you can get anything or you can do anything if you are a little bit discreet about it.
So what you're saying is it's a hive of scum and villainy.
Yeah.
No, this is like the deep, dark web of scum and villainy. The Hut Cartel, it keeps a very, a lot of interesting company, but they make a lot of money here.
All right. Zool, you're great at charming people, right?
Yeah. I'm a lucky guy.
You want to lead that, and I'll be your wingman for a bit.
What's the plan?
The plan is we're just gonna start asking questions and making friends.
Wait, how much money are we making off of this?
0.
Nothing.
So don't spend too
$0 for
much.
this one. This is just part 1.
I feel like this is the moment where I like slowly turn back towards the docking ports and like.
Oh, you're here now.
Yeah.
You're here now.
Jared will put like a big meaty arm on you. It's too late to back out now.
Is it? I don't think it is.
I don't think you're getting off without
Who's
him.
got the keys?
I mean, you put your arm on me, and I feel like behind you, a giant droid puts its arm on your shoulder.
I put my arm on the giant droid's shoulder.
Implying I'm scared of him, but
I'm over at the door, just pull out the rifle and
come
hold
on.
it in my hand.
Look, all I need you to do is drink, get other people drunk, and do some talking for me.
Right, if I can't make any money off of this, why am I here?
Because I'm paying for the drinks.
Well.
There's a cute girl back on whatever planet that we shithole on.
Narshada.
Come on.
That
They're cute girls here, right?
Otho's-
Down there.
Otho's boss is willing to buy me drinks all the time. I don't need to come to some... No, it's not you.
What? No, betrayal.
I don't
I
think you
have
understand that
many
I don't have to
bosses.
come out here and risk my head on Imperial law.
That's why I'm not asking you to do anything risky. We're gonna do the risky part. You just gotta make people happy.
You're not even offering to pay me at this point.
I am. I just said I was.
Well, how much? How much are you paying me?
Well, I already paid you 158,000. You need more?
No, you offered me my share of a cut. That's not the same. And you've already paid me for a previous job.
Alright, listen, Zool. Basically, we don't have a payout for this part, but there will be a payout coming in the future that this will help us get to.
I'm gonna look at you like you're
This is a
stupid.
setup job.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You're telling me
Okay?
that I can risk my neck now for the promise of a hamburger tomorrow?
Alright, Zool, go back to the ship then. Go back to the ship.
I go back to the ship.
Goodbye.
I go back to my ship.
I will do it.
Bye-bye.
All right. So
You know the-
I'm rolling the charm.
I mean, I could try and charm some people as well.
Pretty sure you
I
didn't
got,
come in 2 vehicles for this one though, because your ship,
We
Along
started
the
the session
transponder.
with me literally getting my ship back. Why would I not?
not your ship, but we didn't talk about you actually driving it here, because then you would have had to.
I
Get a
literally
different
would
type
have.
of
Bonder
You'd have to
You
anyway.
pay
also
for the
didn't talk to
gas.
them about them driving their ship either. So I assume the whole thing. It doesn't matter. I'm not there. Just keep
Okay.
going.
Okay.
Don't need a sidestep to slap me in the face.
Okay.
So I have 3 ability, 2 skill for charm. I think that's probably the highest out of you 3.
I do not have any charm skill.
Okay,
I always hit the
Great.
button there.
that's fine.
I think mine's the same as yours.
Well, although I do get a blue die.
Okay then. So I guess we'll just kind of all
Well,
work together.
yeah,
We're
let's-
completely equal.
Let's work together, canvas the room, so you're like, oh, man, that, I've heard some wild stuff about that. Let me find his name. Heard some wild stuff about
Owen.
that. Mr.
We're-
Owen
we're
is
just-
mine, eh?
We could just loudly gossip to each other and hope someone wants to chime in.
Well, I mean, this is the point of the role of going around, drinking to people, just making friends,
Yeah.
just chatting up, and when the conversation gets to like, what is this place like? Maybe they'll say something. That's kind of what we're
Yeah.
going for.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
So a couple things as you come down into Now, as you get into the cantina, there are basically strippers dancing on
Hmm.
almost every table. And there are people
I just wanna
sitting
beat my
around those
wings.
tables
Mm,
Right.
enjoying
My
the
focus is going to be the bar,
yeah.
at the
which might
bar.
also involve charming the bartender here. So we'll
At the
see.
bar, it's pretty full.
Mhm.
There is a woman working. I do need you all to make a check on this one.
Oh boy.
Huh.
Is this the cop from last time that they lost their job and ended up being-
Um,
Uh-oh.
so go ahead and
Let's check.
roll a discipline check.
Oh dear.
Dice pool is set.
Oh, cool.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I know
definitely
what
not.
Where's it at? There it is.
You
That's
Scott, I
Alright.
don't think was success.
hilarious.
How am I the one that's oh well that went better for you.
Only one dice is why.
Ooh.
I
Oh
have
dear.
one willpower and no discipline.
I have 2 willpower.
You have one. Oh my god.
Sharon does not hold restraint.
Oh
Okay.
dear.
Taryn,
This is why I never want to drink.
Yo,
you are completely and totally unaware that there's anything weird about this particular individual.
of course not.
It
Baza,
looks like a lovely
how you are
Yeah.
seeing this is beyond me. Because
What do you mean?
you've only seen her once, right? Also,
Okay.
you see Phyllis. It is not
Oh.
some random person serving alcohol
Oh,
at this
it's
bar. It
oh,
is. It
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Phyllis.
So it's gonna be like,
I think I remember.
oh,
I feel like Baza was pretty well analyzing what was going on last time they ran into each other.
well,
Now, you are aware that there's some sort of shenanigans about
yeah,
her being here. Like you kind of feel that force
yeah.
wave that you're familiar with when you
Fucking with
are
it.
seeing through some sort of illusion.
Yeah.
But as you guys go down there, Taryn, what do you say?
I didn't have any plan for saying anything in particular, but I'll probably like pick someone up, move them out of the way, and take their seat. And that's the first thing I say.
You wanna get shot?
Do they want to mess with the Wookiee in power armor? I'm definitely picking my target here.
The weakest, sniffest looking man.
It is a busy time at the cantina, but there is still plenty of room at the bar.
Okay.
It's like any time you see in a TV show some sort of bar scene where it's busy, you can always squeeze between somebody or something, right? So it's not like it's unheard of that you can get service, but